I wonder why her audio not working. And then her shit froze, at least on my end. But yeah, this is the soft launch to our podcast now and then. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking is connected to the Bluetooth.
I think that's what it is, but
There we go.
can you hear me okay? Because
Yeah.
last time I think I was able to hear through the car, but it doesn't make a difference anyway. So long as you can hear me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let the
Okay.
people know who you are, what you do.
Okay. My name is Kim and I do hair. I am a cosmetologist. Um, and actually what we're doing, we're on here kind of just trying to find out far as the younger version, older version of what's going on today. You know, we're just kind of trying to mix that up and see how some people feel because I've been through a lot of things and I've seen a lot of things. And I'm here to answer these questions. Now, as far as who I am, I'm Kim, and this is what you get. And this is who I am at all the time. All the time. So, just we're gonna just try to connect with everybody and just see what folks think. And give what we can give back.
What she didn't mention is that she's a phenomenal woman, a great
Oh,
mother, a great friend. You know what I mean? A great sister, a great. You know what I mean? She got a big heart, and she's kind of a selfless person. You know what I mean? Like, not saying she
thank
don't do for
you.
herself, but think about others before herself. You know what I'm
Oh, thank
saying?
you so much. I appreciate that. I really
Call
do.
that
And
out
I'm a
to you.
grandmother. And I'm a grandmother.
A proud grandmother of a bright young lady.
Oh yes, very very proud of my Pat Tang. That's what I call my granddaughter. Yeah, but yeah. So, but what I want to do, I want to get into more of what you guys talking about. What you thinking? What's on your mind? I mean, what's going on?
Okay, so you said you did get a chance to see the Kendrick video, the Heart Part 5.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
So what was your initial impression?
Okay, first of all, I was blown away. Seriously, because see, the thing about it is, he's rapping, but he's a poet. And you
Hmm.
have to listen to everything that he said. Everything that he said on that video was validated by the majority of us that saw the video because we've seen it. We know what he's talking about. But for him to go through with the different faces, and you got to understand when he went through with AJ, you got to, OJ, you got to understand when he went through with Kanye West. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was such a good message and it was so deep that I had to get on Facebook and literally, just tell people, come on now. You got to listen to what he said. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people don't listen to rap. That's poetry, is what that was.
Right.
So that's my
Uh,
opinion.
the Nipsey verse was so touching
Yes, it was.
because Nipsey is the only one that he did the face swap with that ain't here no more, that ain't walking this earth no more.
Right,
So
right.
it different, and just the stuff he was saying, like he was kind of it was with everybody else, he was like kind of speaking on from the outside looking in, and it was like
Uh-huh.
he internalized Nipsey and rapped on behalf of Nipsey.
Yes,
That was
he
deep to
did.
me.
It was. It was very deep. That's kind of like how I felt about it. And for him to put him basically as the last one, and then the message he
Right,
gave at the end to his brother, to his wife, to his daughter. I mean, to everyone. The thing about
right.
it, I mean, that's what got me the most. I think with Nipsey, but you have to get the meaning of every one of those different faces that he did. That's
Right,
yeah.
right.
But it It was good. It was real touching. I was at Camilla's house when I first saw it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay, so what did you think about him doing Juicy Smullier?
well, first of all, because I am older, who the hell is that?
Okay,
Oh,
so do you
oh no, you said juicy, but okay, I know who you're talking about. You're right. You know what? He did sneak that one in. He snuck that one in, but I'm gonna tell you basically, I think the message I got off of that one was you don't have to do all that to get recognition because basically they said that's what he did. You know, that the false allegations about, the hate crime or whatever have you. I just feel like he put that in to say we don't have to do this. I don't know. I mean, what did you get out of it?
um I took it like him standing up for the weird cousin in the family, kind of like, yeah, he might be on bullshit, but
That's a
he's
good
our,
one.
you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Like, we'll
Yeah.
reprimand him in our community, but we
Yeah.
gonna stand with him in the public eye. You know what I mean? That's what I took from it.
Okay. Okay. I see that. I see that.
Yeah,
That's
but
the only one. That's the only one that I didn't really just set in on. You understand what I'm
yeah,
saying? I mean, I said it on Nipsey Hussle more so than anything at all, but
right,
yeah.
right.
Okay, that was a good one. That was. That was a good one.
Okay, so I got a question for you, right?
Okay.
God forbid, God forbid you ever had to go to jail or the pen, but
Oh
let's
shit.
say in this hypothetical, you locked up. Would you
Mhm.
rather get hit with a shank or a Glock dookie?
Well, I mean, the shank is going to be the one that's more feasible to be in jail, right? To be in prison, right?
Also, you don't know what a Glock dookie is.
No, what is a Glock? Oh my God, what is a Glock Dookie?
So, in prisons around America,
Okay.
primarily in the Illinois area, from what I know,
Uh-huh.
these inmates is taking an empty toothpaste container and they're
Okay.
filling it with feces, urine, semen, and shaving cream, and they robbing each other with them and they shooting niggas with them. It's called a
Okay.
Glock dookie.
Okay. Now, okay, I see the concept on both ends of that, but they're shooting them out. What did I mean? Would they shoot them in their face? What they doing with
Yes,
it?
yes, they're shooting them in their
Uh,
face.
I guess that would be worse than shooting somebody with a bullet.
Yeah, if
Wow.
they run up on me with a shank and a Glock dookie, just go ahead and shank me, bro. You feel me? Like, don't hit me with that
Okay.
Glock.
Okay. So the answer to your question is shank me. Don't let me get it from you. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm gonna take the shank. I'm gonna take the shank. Hmm.
Right,
Yeah.
when I heard that. And you know how the internet is. It done took TikTok by storm. So now
Yeah.
it's kids. So now it's kids on TikTok making Glock dookies at home, talking about forget a water balloon fight on the last day of school. I'm pulling up with the Glock dookie.
Oh, okay. Now see, something's got to give on that one. Something's not right.
Right. But
Yeah,
all right, so
something.
think about the mind frame. I know being locked up is fucked up and you're not in your right mind frame some of the time. You know what I mean? Like, you got to really be
Right.
strong minded to keep yourself in there. You know what I mean? But
Uh huh.
think about what's going through these niggas' heads, because how are they even loading it? How are they loading it? You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
what I'm
if you
saying.
don't
Who
have a
takes the time
syringe
to
or
put
something,
shit and all the rest of that together inside of some kind of type of container or whatever have you? That's crazy.
right,
That that's
right.
that's not cool. That's not cool.
It's
That's
a
not cool
video,
at all. You better not
right?
hit me with no damn Glock Dookie. That's horrible. That's horrible. That is. That's a mess.
Right. So it's a video on YouTube, and
Uh-huh.
it's this dude. He got his cellmate held hostage. He got a
Okay.
shank to his neck, and he got him sitting in front of him like he doing his hair, right? And
Okay.
he got the shank to his neck, and
Uh-huh.
he telling the COs like, y'all need to do this, do that, because if not, I'm finna kill him. They like, yo, chill, you feel me? They not taking him serious though. They like, oh, so you gonna kill him? He like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill him. So
Well,
they like, all right, whatever. He got like his mattress like halfway covering the window.
uh-huh.
The CEO who camera got the point of view, he told the other one like, man, pepper spray him. So he pushed the mattress down and he pepper spray him. The
Uh-huh.
dude he like pushed the mattress back up on there, and then he
Uh-huh.
take the Glock Dookie and they like pepper spray him again. As soon as they walk up to do it, he hit him with the Glock Dookie and it splatters all over the camera. And he's not even the
Ugh.
cop that's closest to the door. You know what I mean?
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
right.
Oh
But yeah,
wow.
it's like it's effective. Like you could see he really covered them, and then you could hear the cop coughing and all that. And think about this: you're not even using it the same day you make it, right? So it got all that bodily
Ugh.
waste in there, and it's sitting in there fermenting, and you know what I mean, going through chemical reactions.
Oh, that's horrible.
Right,
That is horrible. That is nasty and it's horrible.
right.
That's a fucking deadly weapon. You're right. That's basically,
That's why they call
I
it a
mean, I
Glock.
was going to say it can't kill you, but yes, it can. Hepatitis. Oh, yes, it
Yep,
can. Wow.
yep,
Isn't that something?
right.
Isn't that something?
So, what's the most random or most intriguing thing you've seen this week?
This week,
Mhm.
besides traffic, no, I'm just playing. Oh, besides gas prices, when I filled my car up the other day. No, seriously though, but well, you know what? I guess because wow, that I mean, I don't even know how to answer that one right now. Honestly, I do not. I do not because I guess I would say the most intriguing is me getting up and going to work every day. Seriously, I know that might sound boring or whatever have you, but it is because basically that's what my week out here consists of when I'm out here is getting up, going to work, and whatever I do, and then going to bed. You know what I'm saying? You guys, I
Yeah,
live a boring ass life. I guess it's not boring, but
a
what's your
peaceful
most
life,
intriguing thing?
a
You
peaceful
say.
life, not boring.
Well, that's true. Definitely peaceful, but and coming from two different perspectives. When you become my age, you're more content with a lot of things. So, you know what I mean? So, you know.
Yeah,
But what
it's
is
like on one end, it's like on one
huh?
end you have, it's like on one end you have more things to be content with. You know what I mean? And then
Right.
also, you've done a gang of shit already. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. So, you know.
what I will say is I like fellowship, but I really like chilling too. And everybody don't be wanting to just chill. So
Right.
I'll be by myself. You know what I mean? I'll be chilling.
Yeah.
I look forward to coming home and seeing my dogs and shit.
Hmm. Right. My niece told me the other day, I was really contemplating about going to eat by myself. And I told her, I hit her on Facebook and I commented back and told her, girl, do that. It is a peace of mind. You have to learn to be by yourself. You don't need anyone else to do what it is you need to do. You don't need anyone to validate you. You don't need anyone. Now, I'm
Right.
talking about any human being on this earth. You don't need them to validate who you are or to say, yeah, let's do this, let's do that. Get up in the morning, know what you got to do that day, and then say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and be able to do that by yourself. Something I taught my daughter, which she uh, passed right on to my granddaughter. And I'm so happy because my dad did that to me. So,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you got to make it happen for yourself, is what you got to do. You got to make it
Right.
happen for yourself. No one's going to make it happen for you.
Right.
Right. Right.
And
So get that
sometimes,
out of
like,
your head. It's not going to happen.
sometimes the way I look at it too is like, why, if I take a woman to eat, you know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't I take myself on a date? You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't I go, you know what I'm
Why
saying?
not?
Take myself somewhere nice. And
Because
it
it,
ain't even got to be nowhere nice per se either, but just do something for myself. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Exactly. It's like, you have to have someone to talk to. Enjoy your peace. Enjoy your time by yourself. Uh,
yeah, because that's your
that's,
time
I
to
guess that's
contemplate
how I
and
look at it.
plan. That's your time to plan and
Yeah.
do a diagnostic on yourself, you know what I mean? And make sure,
Right.
check yourself, make sure your mental is straight, figure out what you need to do. That's your time to set your goals and to work on your calendar, you know what I mean? And do your
Yeah.
vision board or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Whatever it is you do, you're right about that. Make it be about that. But that's what I'm saying. Cause I remember a point of time, don't get me wrong. I've haven't always been like this. I remember a point of time I felt like I always needed my girlfriends around to go do something.
Yeah.
And, maybe about 10 years ago or so, I felt like, I could do this shit by myself. And I'm maybe giving myself a little bit too much. It might be about 8, 9 years ago. But it's just that I don't need anyone with me when I'm out doing the things I need to do or what I'm doing for myself. I guess
Right.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
So, I'm saying I think every woman, every man should do that because if you really need somebody with you just to get out on your day to day basis, then it might be an issue.
Hmm.
I mean, and I hope I am not. I hope I am not making anyone feel some type of way, or I hope I'm not touching any nerves or anything like that. But I mean, that's just some real shit. You know what I mean? It's just, you got to be able to do your own thing. You don't just want to be out there feeling like, oh, let me call this girlfriend, let me call that girlfriend, let me call my homeboy, let me call my homeboy. Everybody's busy at work doing their own thing. That's the thing. When you get grown, that's what happens. Everybody's doing their own thing. And you have to make appointments and you have to set times that you get out there with your people and, do your thing. You know what I mean?
It's more people involved in the circle. What's up, Rick? It's more people involved in the circle now. It's not just the squad, it's not just the homies and the homegirls. Now we all got children. So
Absolutely.
that's tripled the circle at least. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
tripled it. So
Yeah.
then, and then our children got their own shit that they do. You know what I'm saying? The
Right.
places they gotta be.
Right.
So yeah, you can't always be with the homies or the homegirl or even your wife or
No.
your husband. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, your
everybody got
thought
shit to
your
do.
thought process is different. When you start getting older, your thought process is different, and your tolerance for certain things, ignorance for your tolerance period, man, it, it gets to the point to
Yeah.
where no one wants to deal with that. You know what I mean? And
Right.
you say to yourself that no, I'm not going to deal with that. So it is. I mean, it is what it is. We just uh everybody changes, evolution, maturing. This is what happens. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you get to that point in your life where it doesn't make a difference what anyone thinks. You
Right.
know, it don't make a difference what anyone thinks. It's just like, you know,
Right.
yeah.
I'm inviting some people right now. I forgot to do
Oh,
that. We
okay.
just
Now, I don't think I can do that while I'm on with you, right?
If
I
you
don't
look
see
on the
anything
bottom,
that's giving me I don't see anything giving me the option to do any of that. It's just telling me I could add a comment, and that's it.
oh, that's crazy.
I told you I'm old lady. I don't know how to do this stuff.
Okay, so let's get into what some of these people came to see.
Okay,
Um,
let's do that.
let's talk about relationships and love and marriage and all that. So I have a question for you.
Okay.
Um, a lot of women in my generation, they make it very apparent on their social media accounts that they feel like the man should be paying 80 to 100 of the financial shit, right? What's your
Okay.
take on that? Do you think the man should be the sole provider? It be some type of split, or what's your take?
Okay. My take on that, to be totally honest with you, is that now, now when I go back on what I know, which is back in the days,
Hmm.
the man did 100%. Okay. But
Hmm.
times have changed. Things are different. And nowadays it takes probably two, or
To
it
make the thing
depends.
go right.
Huh? Yeah, it takes two. Right, to make a thing go right. But the thing about it is that's what it is. Okay, so we can't compare back in the days with what's going on right now. We got to be
Hmm.
realistic with it. Shit is crazy, over the top. So it is going to take two incomes, and I'm not talking about no little bitty net. I'm talking about two people with careers. You understand what I'm saying? So, um, uh, I think 80-20. Is that what you said? 80-20, or what did you say? What was the
Yeah,
percentage?
they say what I be seeing is 80-20 or
Uh-huh.
100.
Okay. Well, 80-20 to me is great. It's great. I pay that 20 with no problem because it could be 50-50. It could be 60-40 if he's not. Whoever's making the money, shit still got to be paid. So what difference do it make? You understand what I'm saying? So it all depends on where you want to put yourself and what you want to do. But because you're making more money, or either, I mean, you're putting in more money, that don't make you superior. If you're not willing to do it on a 50-50 basis, even though it's 60-40, 20-80, then guess what? Leave it alone. It's simple. I mean, it's a problem. Trust me, it would be a total issue because
Yeah.
you can't do it like that. So I understand what you're saying. I heard what you're saying. So yes, um, a lot of younger women have an issue with that because a lot of them did not see their grandmothers being taken care of 100%, or they did see it. Now, someone put in their head possibly that that's not how it's supposed to go. But unfortunately, black men, oh, please, no one get mad because I have three brothers. I got wonderful brother-in-laws, and I see them work hard and hard like my dad did. So I'm not saying
Yeah.
that, but there's a lot of brothers out there that's not willing to work that hard because at one point my dad had three jobs.
My uncle too.
Everybody's not going to take on three jobs, and I'm not bashing nobody because I got one. So I'm not bashing anyone, but I'm just saying these are the difference. The differences in and
The
as
generation.
women too. Women, get your ass up and go to work. I've been working since I was like 19, whether it was on the record or off the record, since I was 19 years old. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So uh that goes both ways. I understand that, and I realize that we all want to sit at home and don't have to pull any money in, but we do. So I
But
mean,
see,
that's
these
my
women.
opinion on it. But what do you think?
So look, these women in my generation, they don't want to stay at home. You know what I mean? They want to work too, but their money is their money, and his money is their money. You know what I mean?
No. But you can't do that. That's not going to work.
Right.
That's
Right.
not going to work. If you're in a union, okay, some people think, you got to be married. No, listen to this. If You live in the same household. No, you don't have to sit down and powwow about your bank accounts, but you do have to have one mutual one, or either a pal where the money goes into. All that shit to the side, you keep it to yourself. You don't let them know that you got it. I'm not telling nobody to be shysty, but you don't always have to let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. So you
Mm-hmm.
always keep you a nest egg. If you got a nest egg, she got a nest egg, but y'all got y'all money in the middle where y'all take care of everything. What the difference? What difference does anything else make? And this
Yeah.
is coming from experience, you know. But to be totally honest, I'm not a person like that. I do whatever it takes, and I think my partner, we do whatever it takes to make shit happen. One thing I didn't have a lot of issues with the man is about money, because we did what we had to do, whether he carried me or I put in a little more than what I thought. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It doesn't make a difference, you know. So I'm just saying that's my point of view, and I get what you're saying. But what if these women feel like that? Guess what? I feel like maybe you shouldn't be in a relationship because you're not ready to share. And it's not about giving him, sharing what you have, been honest with your dude, regardless if
Mm-hmm.
he's your man, your husband, or whatever. You know, you got to be honest. You got to
Mm-hmm.
be honest. Now, he got something he probably have to the side too, but fair exchange, no robbery. No one's mad. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It makes sense. So I feel like what these young women have to do, now this is just me, and if they get mad at me, it doesn't make me a difference. I pay my own bills and I love everybody. But
Yeah.
my thing is, when you get out there and you making that money and you got a man out there, he's making that money too. Guess what? Get on his team. Do that together. You guys could come up and do whatever it is y'all want to do. Don't worry about that, because in the long run, you're both winning. See, that's where people have a problem. You pulling against each other where y'all in the same damn boat. You
Yep.
take from me, the next got to provide. You take from them, the other got to provide. It's the same, but you got to look at it like that. Now, like I said, and I'm gonna keep saying it like I'm a damn uh whatever you
Parent.
want to call it. But my thing is, you these are the things you got to do. I'm talking from experience. I thought the same way. I was waiting for somebody to take care of me. Guess what? God and myself took care of me. And see, that was my whole lesson. You not why are you waiting for someone to take care of you when you could take care of yourself? Believe in yourself. And when you believe in yourself, that's the only way you can start believing in others and believing in your children. Your children are looking at you, so you got to give your children some type of structure. You got to show
Mm-hmm.
them that you got to get out there and do that. You got to show them to be a strong man or a strong woman. Period. All that comes together. All that coincides. You understand what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
that's all I'm saying to my females. I hear what you're saying. I feel what you're talking about, because you get up every morning and go do that. But guess what? When you bless and share with others, you get nothing but blessings back. So when you both are doing it together, that's my whole point. Look what you come up with, you know.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion. That's just my opinion. Take it how it
So
resonates.
my take is it's a case by case basis. So I got a younger homie who is basically married. You know what I mean? They're a union. You know what I mean? They
Okay.
just ain't got that paperwork. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
Okay.
it's been times where they both was going to work for about the same amount of hours every week, or he may
Okay.
do 10 or 15 more than her. You know what I mean? And
Right.
they was splitting the finances. And
Okay.
then when she was carrying a child, their first
Uh-huh.
kid, you know what I mean? She worked until it was time to take her maternity leave, and then from there on, he's handled majority of the finances. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Because
Okay.
she's at home making it a home. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Absolutely.
your life changes, and that'll change how things work. You know what I mean? And then it may
Right.
be a woman who she she was born in the money. You know what I mean? And her husband
Right.
still go to work and he worked 40 hours a week, but she got it. You know what I mean? So she may
Yeah.
pay 60 and he do 40. You know what I mean? Or
Okay.
whatever. Like
Okay.
I feel like whatever works for that union. That's my take on it.
Okay. Wait a
And
minute.
then
Say that again. Who do what? Who do 60 and who do 40?
the woman in this hypothetical who was born in the money. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
She
And
does
she
what?
ain't never had to work or she just got money. She was just born. She inherited. She
Okay.
owned. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
she's
What's
a
their percentage?
she do 60 and her
Okay.
dude who do construction, you know what I mean? He do
Uh-huh.
40
Okay.
because he like I see him working hard, so I'm gonna let him keep that extra little money so he could put it in his car or whatever. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
whatever works for that those two specific people. That's what I think it really boiled down to.
Okay. And right. And you're absolutely right. That's great because, see, I was going to go a little bit beyond that. I was about to say, because of the fact, if she got it like that, go ahead and handle that. Take care of that business because that way he can put more money into his business. And then after a while, you see what I'm saying? Everything flourishes.
He matches
So,
you. Y'all bank accounts match now.
after, now y'all match because you help him come up. That's what you
Maybe
do.
maybe your nigga is trying to get his degree, you know what I mean? And you
Mhm.
got more money, you make more money than him. Put that into your
Right,
tuition. I'll do a little extra, and then he get
right,
that degree, and then now he's doing a job where he make more than her, and now he
right,
tell her you only do 25%, and I got the rest. You know
right,
what I mean? Like
right.
we go through seasons. Everything ain't gonna be the same for one. You know what I
No,
mean? For a whole relationship,
no, it's not. It's not.
and then
You're
and then also
absolutely
what I
right.
be reminding these women in my generation of is when y'all grandmamas and all that didn't have to work, and you know what I
Uh-huh,
mean. Granddaddy was paying 100% of the bills and everything. He also
uh-huh.
had a whole family on the other side of town,
He sure did.
and grandmama couldn't say nothing
Oh,
because
yeah.
he paid all the bills. So what grandmama gonna say? And then some people, grandmama was getting her ass beat every day because he was so tired and stressed out from working 50 hours a week. He go to the bar when he get off work and get pissy drunk and come home tripping.
Right.
You know what I
Well,
mean? Like,
unfortunately, it's still happening. It's still,
yeah,
you
ain't nothing new
know,
under the sun.
no, no, and it's unfortunate too. It's really unfortunate, but um, well, I mean, time changes, but it don't change. You get what I'm saying? It's just a different era. Things are done a little bit differently, but it's sometimes it's all the same. It is,
Yeah.
but
Oh, so
um,
my partner had a question,
okay,
and he's uh he's roughly 10 years younger than me, you know.
okay.
And his question was, in a relationship, what's you as the woman, what's me as the man, and what's us? An example is, is there such a thing as me time when we're a us?
It has to be a me time. Everyone has to have a me time. We both have to have a me time. It's not just a us time. When I think of that, us, they want to be together all the time. There's some insecurity, there's something going on in that because every individual has to have time to themselves. We
Yeah,
need time to ourselves. Um, uh, what is it? Absent makes the heart grow fonder. That's true. Um,
absolutely.
and so I mean, that's my thing to it. I feel like everybody has to have their time. And one time I was in a relationship, you know what my time was? Going to Targets, going to the grocery store, doing all that. And I was fine with that. And then I had my little outings that I did to myself, not a lot, but it was my time. So I think everyone needs to have their time, their time.
Yeah,
So that's how I feel. I mean, now if a woman don't want a man out of her eyesight, she don't trust him. If a man
Yeah.
doesn't want a woman out of his eyesight, he don't trust her. That's pure point blank.
Right.
Or somebody's doing that and feel like, what the fuck, I do it, so they'll do it too. So I mean, excuse my French, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Seen it, been there, all that. And so, yeah. But everyone needs their time. You got to give that person a space. Okay, so if you're in someone's face all the time, how do they ever say, start thinking about you? You're right there in their face. Give them time to think about you, marinate, and miss you,
Yeah.
because it's always greater. That's why a lot of people get into arguments. They get in arguments because you mad, I'm mad. And when they come together, oh, that shit is awesome. Because of
Yeah.
the fact that's why they do it. That's why they do
Right.
it right now.
And like you say, sometimes that you time be like the Target run. You know what I mean? And then if I'm at Target, I might see something, oh, your football team, they got a
Yeah,
t-shirt or a hat that's on sale, and I thought about you because I'm not
right.
with you. I can't even surprise you with nothing if I'm always with you.
Okay, okay. My thing is, oh, okay, like you have a child, and I know a child's
Mhm.
love versus a significant other's love is different. But if you had that child with you all the time, it'll drive you crazy. It's the same thing. You cannot do that. Everyone has to have some type of space to themselves. And guess what? Right now, I'm preaching to the choir, and I'm literally I've looked in the mirror on this same subject myself. I did that. I
Yeah.
didn't do that to be watching. I did that because out of caring, because sometimes we could care too much. So I'm
Yeah.
saying that to say, I'm not just telling you this shit because I pulled a rabbit out of my hat. It's because I know it. So
Right.
this is me just saying that. Sometimes we could be a little bit overbearing, or we could take someone's space. So give them their space. Please give them their
Right.
space. I'm not saying shit. See them every 3 days. Now, ain't what I'm talking about. Unless y'all don't live together, because if that's the type of space y'all giving, then do your damn thing. But other than that, no. I just feel like, yeah, everyone needs their time. I'm not gonna call it his or hers, but like their time.
Right.
I hope I was some help on that.
Nah, I think you was. I feel
That's
like
good.
you answered that question on a deeper level than what the question was. I feel like you gave more insight than what he was actually looking for.
Yeah. Kind of like try to go to the core, because when you get to the core, you could understand all the other layers. You understand what
Right.
I'm saying? You can understand all the other layers because there's always something to come behind. So
Right.
that's kind of like what I said, because everything is a domino effect. You know what I mean? Nothing is off course. If it's off course, you can pinpoint. You know what it is. I mean, it is
Right.
what it is. But yeah. Mm,
Okay, so what do you consider? Okay, so first I got to ask you another question. Do you
okay.
believe that the man leads the family and or relationship?
Absolutely. Of course. And you know
Okay,
what?
so
Go ahead.
what does that leadership encompass? Like, what's your definition of that leadership?
Okay. First of all, he is the head of the household. Uh, Everyone in that household could trust in him that he's going to take care, nurture, make sure everything is okay. I'm not talking no monetary. I'm not putting monetary in it. I'm speaking of the man within himself. That's
Right.
what I saw with my father. So this this is the reason. If you trust in that man enough to be with him and sleep with him every night, you got to trust in everything he say, because he's going to come to you. Hopefully, regardless of what he do, he gonna come to you and ask you your opinion. So I feel like my definition of a man being head of the household, he's gonna uh, come at you with certain things that, whatever it is that you guys are dealing with, but you have to trust in him. You have And if you don't, then you can't be with them, period. But you have to trust in him and you got to know that everything's going to be okay. That is really all I can ball it up to because with my dad, I always knew, my mom knew, we all knew everything was going to always be okay. Now, let me
Yeah.
tell you something about that. But this man has to be secure within himself. This man cannot look for validation from his kids, his wife, nobody. Because when you look at when a kid looks you in your face and you scared, that's why they looking at you. They're trying to see because they can read you. So the
Yeah.
same thing. So you always have to have this face, whether it's a poker face or not, and you scared to death, make your family feel it's okay. So that's my
Yeah.
definition of letting a man, I mean, a man being a head of his household. Now that's my thing. Maybe some people feel like a man can't, and they may say, "Oh, well, he don't deserve to be the head of your household." Well, why the fuck is he in your house? Why are you guys together? Don't get the man there and then criticize him for who he is when you knew who he was when you brought him in. Now, some people change because they get used to a certain environment and they used to what you're doing and you bond things together and it becomes greater. That's fine. But for the most, don't just hook up with everybody. Make sure that's that person you want to lead your household as a woman. As a woman. And if you don't feel secure within that, keep doing your thing and do what you got to do until that king comes along. But don't force it because you're going to go in there trying to you're going to tell him everything he want to hear. He's the head of the household. And then when you get him in there, you're going to try to punk him and make it seem like you the head of the household. No, no, no. It's not going to work. Been there, done that again. This is all experience. Trust me.
I hope I hope this content circulate because it's a lot of women who need to hear that. They don't grasp that concept at all.
Oh my
Like,
God.
and I see it all the time. And
Mhm.
like you say, they talk down on these men and say he don't deserve for them to follow and all of this. But yet he deserved to lay with you. You know what I mean? He
Right,
deserved to.
okay. And this is what I was getting ready to say. Again, this is not shit that somebody told me. It's not a story that I pulled out. This is some stuff I know. I've down talked men. My dude talk bad to him. You get what I'm saying? But it took someone to sit down and calmly tell me
Yeah.
because when I'm doing this and you doing that, nobody hear nothing. Nobody hears anything. So the way he came at me was so calm. I had no other choice. I've never in my life begged a man not to leave me. And I did with him. And I sure did. And he didn't go anywhere. But unfortunately, 6 months later, God took him. So you
Mm,
get what I'm saying? But I was able to patch that man up and treat that man for the king who he was. And he was.
yeah.
So I guess my whole point, like I said, these are not stories I've heard or read or anything like that. These are actual factual things that I've gone through myself. And I can only speak on my things. I can't speak on your things. I can't speak on no one else's things. These are things that I pass on to my daughter and she passes on to my granddaughter. And I would like to help any woman so she don't have to go through some of the things I went to. Now, not only that, I want her to be able to understand the thought process that you got going on, and you might think of bad thoughts about your dude. I want to say this to him. I want to say that. Don't demasculate him. I
Right.
guess this is what I'm trying to say. Um, Think about the consequences. Do you really want that man? Because once you get back with him, you done caught him all kind of punk ass niggas and all that. He got to lay up with you and act like he a man. It's hard for him to do that. So he starts losing respect for you. So then,
And then on the
sometimes that's
opposite
what happens.
end, and then on the opposite end, when a man gets empowered by a woman, when she instead of talking crazy to him, she's you feel me speaking blessings on him and encouraging
Yes,
him, he
yes.
excels.
Oh
He
yeah, he
excels.
does excel. He does. And I guess that's why I was speaking on the negative aspect because as a woman, I'm going to say this, a lot of us feel alone on these things. Like we
Yeah.
think we're crazy because we have these thoughts, whether you act on them or not. It's just that. So I think that's why I was saying it. But I'm so glad you said that, because when that woman is strong behind that man, it just gives. When he goes out every day, you just give him his boost.
Yeah.
And it's something you keep giving him every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, so that he can go out to the world and be okay. Because if you're tearing him down when he go out to the world, he ready to beat the world up. So then his day doesn't prosper because he has issues. You know,
Yeah.
my
Like
thought, my thought.
Aaliyah had this lyric on At Your Best where she said, I'm just a mirror of what I see. So, you know what I mean? Like if you tearing that man down or you tearing your woman down, then you know what I mean? What are they gonna do? Like they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? That's going they're a mirror of you. So they gonna in turn do the same thing.
Well,
But
I'm
when
gonna
you
go beyond
empowering
that.
them,
If you tearing them down, you need to stop and say, what about yourself? You're dealing with a person that you're tearing down. If that makes sense to you,
so if they ain't shit and that's what you're attracted
you
to,
ain't shit then. You ain't shit.
yeah, it's
That's like the
wild.
pot calling the kettle black. Shit, telling you.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But I'm just saying, I just hope on our future podcast that a lot of more women, and I'm not just speaking to the women, I'm speaking to the men too. And any questions you want to ask, I don't care what they are. I mean, you don't have to really say who you are. I guess he'll know who you are. I don't know who you are, but you can ask whatever you want to. And I would try my best to give you the honest answer on it, because sometimes we're misunderstood, men and women. So
Yeah,
when you get someone's perspective that doesn't have anything to gain from it, believe me, they telling you the truth if they know what they're talking about. And
yeah,
pretty much, I done kicked some real shit to you guys that has happened to me. I'm not saying that happened to Jack or Jill. I'm telling you, this shit happened to me. Everything I say, and I come back on and say, "Oh, I'm speaking this out of
experience.
experience." That's exactly what it is. He knows me. He knows about me. Our families know each other. So,
Oh yeah,
uh,
my pops said to tell you what's up.
huh?
I said I
What you say?
forgot my pops said to tell you what's up.
Ooh, with his fine ass. Oh, I'm not right. Okay, that's off the record. But anyway, my thing is, I just would love to try to help anyone. You want to ask questions? This is my Instagram. You want to go on there? Say you don't want to do it on here? Go on my Instagram. Talk to me. Um, and if there's anything you want to say to me, I have no problem with that. But I would love to do it on here, because with me telling one person something will help 10. You get what I'm saying? If everyone's
Right.
on air listening and things like that. And just as well for you, because I mean, since you and I have been talking, it's so many different things that you have told me. So, uh, just getting it from two point of view, two different
Yeah.
perspectives. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Okay. So, I'll be watching a lot of stand up and whatnot, right? Because I like to laugh. Like how you said earlier, you don't be watching the news because that shit depressing. Same
very.
here. I watch
Okay,
stuff that's going, you know what I mean, make me feel cool.
right.
So, I watched this stand up and it was this Asian dude talking about all the different Asian accents. And
Uh,
it got me to thinking, a lot of black people don't feel like they got accents, but how many black accents can you name?
wait, what do you mean? How many black accents? Like
So
what?
for instance, like it's a New York accent, it's a Texas kind of country
Oh,
accent,
okay. Well, I mean, well, a California to me, a California accent is a California accent. Well, no, I can't say that because up north is different.
Okay,
Up
so
north,
how do you feel like they talk up north?
uh, I don't know how to explain that. I guess I want to say a little behind us. I mean, I don't know. Like there, I don't know. I don't
So
know,
like
but
I think the northerners they more proper than Southern Cali niggas. You know what I mean? They speak
oh, wait a
really good
minute. You are
American
right
English.
about that. You're right. You're right. Okay.
They
You're
they
right
they
about
speak
that one.
really good American English, and then they kind of talk more slow and laid back. And then
Yes.
certain words they got they certain flavor on certain words, like they say "man." You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right. Exactly.
And then I would say like Central Cali niggas, they're more proper than Southern Cali niggas too, but
Uh-huh.
theirs don't have as much flavor as the Northerners. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Exactly. Exactly. You're right
It's
about
almost
that.
to the point. It's almost to the point where you talk white. You know what I mean? And then
There it is.
Southern
It's just
Cali
proper
niggas,
English.
Southern Cali niggas overall got the California accent mixed with the Southern accent because our
Uh,
grandmamas in there from Louisiana and Texas and
yeah.
Arkansas and all that. Like
Yeah.
Watts niggas are way countryer than Compton niggas, right?
Yes, they are. Thank you. Thank you for saying that because they are. I think so as well.
And then even within like LA County, it's like three or four different accents. It's the super ghetto black accent. You
It
feel
sure
me?
is.
Then it's the nigga.
Ooh.
Then it's
Yes,
the
it
nigga
is.
accent who could be professional at work, but you know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? As soon as they clock out, they back to them. And then you got
Yeah.
the African American accent. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, you know what I call it? Versatility. It's being
Yeah.
versatile. Not only that, being a chameleon, being able to adapt in uh uh any
Environment.
setting that you're in.
Yeah.
Right. Any environment, any settings. Yeah.
Who do
That's
you
true.
think? Who do you think got the funniest accent across America in black accents?
That's Southerners for sure. Southerners.
I
I
feel
can't
like
understand what. Ooh.
I feel like Maryland niggas talk way
Okay.
funnier than
Okay. You're right. You know what? I would say East Coast because that's. I'm saying East Coast because for some reason their accent is the one that get to me the most. Like
yeah.
I understand it, but it's kind of broken too. It's a little it's a little broken too, but um,
Look, I'm glad you said two. Somebody in the comments said Baltimore too. Yeah, specifically Baltimore. Them niggas don't
yeah,
be like, "Oh, I want them shoes too." They be like, "I want them shoes too." Like they kind of
yeah,
say it like they some ghetto British niggas or something too.
yeah.
You, what y'all about to do?
Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Wow. That's a real
I
shit
think
right there.
I think like the New Orleans accent is charming. All the women call you baby. You feel me? Hey, baby. You feel me? Like
Yeah. 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 It's good. It's good. Um, my family, my mom's family, they're from Kentucky, Louisville, and bull. I tell you, I love to hear them women talk. I love to. My cousin,
so. Do it. How do
the
they
boy,
talk?
huh?
Do it. How do they talk?
They go when they talk about soda, they go pop. They say pop, and they just it's like um. Let's see what else they say. Um, yeah. I mean, no, that sounds too much like us. I'm trying to think how that accent go, but every time one of them come out here, it's almost like a singing at the end. It's almost like almost like a harmonizing when they talk. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? My cousin Cindy. Oh Lord, I'm glad I'm not on Facebook because she would hear me. My cousin Cindy, cousin. Hi, cousin. I'm gonna come back out here to see y'all, okay? Sound like the Beverly Hillbillies. So
That's
you know
funny.
how
Like,
old I am, Beverly Hillbillies. But she say,
nah, that's
yeah,
my show. I used to watch
cousin.
that. I know about Ellie
Uh,
Mae and Jethro and all them.
yeah. That's who she sound like to me.
That's funny.
Yeah, but
Filipinos do that. They sing when they talk, but theirs ain't just the last word. It's like the whole thing. They be like,
everything.
"Hi,
I want
how are
you. You come
you?"
on too. Yeah. Everything. Okay. Okay. You want yeah. Yeah. And please, I'm not prejudiced, you guys. I hope there's no Asians out here. If it is, it's all about fun. Call me Kuta Kinte. Let's get over it. But I'm just saying, it is, it's
You
a
know what
lot. And they
Filipino
do
women is
sound
good
like they
for too?
sing. Huh?
You know what they good for too? They put their
But
hands on you when they laughing or talking. They like niggas. They
yeah.
get to slapping you and shit.
Yeah, touching you and
Look.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
Sometimes I look down at them like that, like, are you touching on me? Like, you don't have to touch me. Let's just talk. Oh, wow, yes.
I love people. I love people
I do
watching
too.
and interacting with different cultures and seeing all they little quirks and
Right,
nuances.
right, exactly. I do too. My glasses keep sliding down, and they say my nose look like Michael Jackson. That's why I keep pushing them up. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I happen to look and see that. But yeah, I do too. I love people and I love different cultures because you learn so much, when you just sit up and talk to people, when you run into
Yeah.
somebody, just interacting with them. Yeah.
And that's how you build and that's how you see the similarities as opposed to the
Yes.
differences. And it make you a
Yes.
little less bigoted. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. True. That's so true. Right. Sometimes people do go against and hate on shit that they don't even know about. You don't even
Yeah.
know. You don't even have a clue. So, because it's too easy to hate on something you don't know about, you don't have to talk about it. Oh, I don't like that. Why? Because you
Right.
don't know what the fuck to say. I mean, it is what it is. And that's just
Right.
me. That's just me. That's, uh, just reading people and because I read people very well, which most of us should be able to do because you got all type of energies running up on you every day. You got to understand and you got to know who and what is in your face. So um,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you got to be real careful because you don't know who you're talking to nowadays. And like I said, people say anything. They say anything to pacify you or whatever have you.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, for those who just tuning in, this is the Now and Then podcast. This is the soft launch. Since the YouTube channel is so fresh, we couldn't stream on there yet. But next week we will be streaming on YouTube. We'll be able to pull up visuals and show y'all videos and stuff y'all may not have seen. And you know what I mean? We get some first reactions from y'all and discuss that and whatnot. Oh, this is what I wanted to ask you. I don't know if you've been tuned in, but the abortion court case been going on, whether you know what I mean, they should be outlawed or not. What's your take on that? Are you
No.
pro-life, pro-choice, or both?
Well, the thing about it, I feel like every woman has a choice to what she needs to do with her body. Okay. I think every woman has a choice. I mean, who's going to decide what you're going to do with your body? Okay. Because the thing about it is, what are they saving you from? You're not being saved from anywhere. You have to answer for your own actions. So therefore, no one should be able to tell you. You provide everything for everyone else. Then, if that's what they want to do, provide it for them, and don't judge on it. That's that's my perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? Because you will
Yeah.
answer, and you will be judged on it. So the thing about it is, no. I mean, we
And
have a
see,
right.
I haven't looked too deep into the case like that.
Uh huh.
But what I've been pondering on is some women are high risk and they could die, trying to give birth. Are those
But
cases excused? You know what I mean? Are they, you know what I mean, immune to that law?
well, that's a good one because I don't know. Because really, I don't know if that be the case. If that's a difference,
Yeah.
because but I don't know. I don't know because
If
I'm gonna
that
tell
law,
you
if that
a
law
short
do
story.
pass, oh, go ahead.
Huh? No, I'm
I
gonna
was
tell
just gonna
you a
say, if
short
that
story.
law does pass, then absolutely, I feel like it should be if a doctor, you know what I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah.
recommend that she has that procedure to save her life, then I feel like they should be immune from that law. And people that get raped, you know what I mean, sexually assaulted and whatnot, I feel like,
Okay. That was basically the story I was going to tell you about this chick that told me she was raped by her ex boyfriend. She said he was crazy as all outdoors, and she was Caucasian. And she said that she went to jail. And let's keep it 100. I was in there with her, Twin Towers, for 5 days. Yes, I was. But anyway, she told me she was pregnant at the time. So I didn't
mm,
eat in there. I gave her all my food. So, of course, we
mm,
started talking, and she became someone that I talked to on a daily basis there while I
yeah,
was there, and she said that she asked to get an abortion because she got pregnant, and they told her she couldn't.
wow,
So she knew. She said, "This is a devil baby." She said because he's pure evil, and I know what this child is going to be, blended with. And I felt so
yeah,
bad for her because I felt like that wasn't the choice of the prison. Just because she's
right.
in prison,
She
that
still
means
has her
she doesn't
right.
have a choice what to do with her body because
Right,
once she gets out of prison, that's her life. So you made
right,
a choice for her in her life. So
right.
it's not
That's
right.
fucked
It's not
up.
right. It's not right.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. So, and I
And
felt
I don't,
really, really bad for her. Sometimes I think about her. To this day, I think about her. But the thing about it
yeah,
is, it's not right. A woman should have her own choice on what she wants to do with her body. Because,
right.
and what are they doing? They say, "Oh yeah, you're killing lives." Guess what? So we were told from the beginning of time that our life was already pegged out. Everything we know what's going to happen. So
Yeah,
what you gonna do? Prevent what's gonna happen? No, 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 no. Leave it alone. Because no one has to answer for the next person. Everyone answers for themselves. That's my opinion
right,
of it.
right.
Let a
Like
woman do
me
what she wanna do
personally,
with her own body.
right. Like me personally, if I get a woman pregnant, then I'm like, we, you know what I mean? I can't even say took that risk because I'm proud to say both of my daughters was planned. But let's
Right,
just say something happens. I have a child on the way that I didn't plan.
right,
I'm gonna deal with that. That's, I made the choice to lay down with that woman, so I'm gonna raise that baby. You feel me?
right, right, exactly.
I'm but just because that's my personal philosophy, that don't mean I'm gonna push my thoughts and beliefs on the next person. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
No, 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 no. Everybody has their own opinion, and that's your opinion. Just like that, my opinion was mine. Someone, I'm sure, feels differently than me. That's fine. I don't care. So it's
right,
it's it's a personal opinion, and like you said, you're gonna do what you have to do, whether it's planned or not. You're gonna take care of your child. Okay. So if I decide if I'm gonna have a child, am I going to keep it or not? I mean, it's still that's my opinion, which I can't
right,
handle babies now. But we come on. So I'm just saying. So uh, everyone has an opinion. Everyone,
right.
everyone has an
Okay,
opinion.
so
So
another case that's going on, I don't know if you keep up with it, but California and New York have like the strictest gun control laws or whatever. You feel me? So,
yeah, I heard a little bit of it. A little.
okay, so it's mass shootings going on. God bless the
Yeah.
families and those victims
Yes.
and their families in New
Yes.
York. But
Yes.
that happens a lot, and I ain't even gonna point no fingers and say what demographics it come from or nothing. But it's an issue we have in America. You know what I mean? Do you think that the gun law should be stricter because of incidents like that, or Do you feel like the education on them need to be better, or mental
Okay,
health check?
okay, the education should be better on them, is what I think. If everyone, but see, this is a hard one because I could say do the restrictions on gun, but the thing about it is you can't do the restriction. Even if you do the restriction, people are going to still get guns. They're going to get what they need. Come on, we know that. So I
Like
would say educating,
the
educating.
criminals are for sure gonna still get them, but then
Absolutely.
the good civilian people who just want to defend themselves not gonna be able to get them because they don't have those underworld connections. You know what I mean?
Of course. So, yeah, of course. But guess what? They gonna get them. They. I mean, uh, well, I mean, no, we're not gonna be able to walk. It's gonna be harder for us to walk in the store and try to get us a registered gun, quote
So that's
unquote.
what I'm saying.
But
Like just a regular, you know what I mean, working class
okay,
African
okay.
American woman who didn't
Uh,
grow up in the hood. You know what I mean? Who ain't got no uncle or nobody
oh
that can
my God,
slide
I'm
her
giving it
nothing.
up. I'm giving it up.
She's not. She's not gonna be able to get a firearm to protect her and her kids in their apartment. But the nigga that's trying to rob somebody, he know where to get one from. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely.
The
Yeah.
white boy who want to go shoot everybody in school, he know where to get one from. You know
You
what I
know where
mean?
to get
Like,
one from. Oh shit, he can walk in anywhere and get it. Here you go, pal. Yeah, take it. Yeah, of course. We know how that goes. But I I mean back to your question, I think there should be more education on guns. How much is it gonna help? I mean, but that's what I feel. That's what I feel because folks are gonna figure a way out. Everything is figured out. Everything there's a lead way
mhm,
out of everything. So,
mhm.
you know.
And the way
Yeah.
I look at it, I think the education should be better. But I feel like as opposed to them stopping felons from getting firearms, because if you lose your license, you know what I mean, you could work your way back to getting that. That's a
Uh-huh.
privilege and not a right, just like gun ownership. You know what I mean?
Right,
So I
right.
feel like there should be a similar kind of program for felons because everybody who's a felon ain't even necessarily, of no what do they call it? No assault crime or nothing like that. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? But
Uh-huh.
I feel like it should be more mental health checks. I feel like that's what they should focus on as opposed
Yeah.
to background checks, mental health checks, doing
Okay.
evaluation of somebody
Yeah.
and
Now
see
that's
if
a
they're
good
sane.
idea. Yeah, that's a good idea because doing the mental health check tells a way big difference than that background check. You're right. Are you stable enough to have this firearm? You know?
Right. They do this thing where when you buy a firearm from a dealer, you have to wait 10 days before you can get it. They call it a cool off period just in
Uh-huh.
case you bought it on some impulsive shit because you was mad at somebody, right? So they
Okay.
figured 10 days is enough time for you to calm down and not want to kill nobody no more, right?
Right.
But these people who you feel me want to do mass shootings, they're real patient. They spent 6 months
Hell yeah,
planning this
because
out.
they crazy as hell. Yeah, they're
They
very
don't mind waiting
patient.
no 10 days. They don't mind
Nope.
waiting no 10 days. They'll
That
wait
gives
a
them
year.
more time to scheme up on some more crazier things, some
Yep.
more vision.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then in
absolutely.
some places like Chicago, the gun issue in Chicago is so out of control. It
Uh,
damn near make me feel like some government officials is dropping off, you feel me, crates to them motherfuckers in the inner cities. Because
okay.
where's these 20-year-old niggas from Illinois getting these automatic weapons from?
I took
Niggas
my
ain't
glasses
niggas.
off and I put them back on. I mean, you basically answered that question. Come on now.
You hear me?
We know.
Because
We already know. We
all these
already
young
know.
niggas is focused on is killing each other. So
Absolutely.
they ain't out there getting no resources to get no military grade shit. That shit
No, so
crazy.
that's the reason why we know this is what's happening because they don't have the resources. So, yeah. And it's being, I mean, of course, they want to keep it stirred up too. It's to be kept stirred up. That's the whole point. That's the whole plan. It always have been the plan. And most people are just going right along with it,
Yeah,
So
it's wild.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
I I pray for these young niggas.
I do too. I do too. That's all we can do. That's it. That's all we can do. So yeah.
All right. Well, we said we was gonna do an hour and a half. We've been on here almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, we
Is
have,
there
huh?
anything? We got some people that's been rocking with us too. Is there anything inspirational or informational you want to leave with these folks before we get up out of here?
Well, I guess um just coming from my heart, just to say, um, first of all, always tell someone you love them. You never know when you're going to see that person again. So I'm telling you right now, Ron, I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, so let's always do that. And not only that, let's be mindful, and this goes for myself, let's be mindful of other people and their thoughts and what someone may be going through. And then also at the same time, that you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something. I got some characters at my window, and it's so hard for me to concentrate. When I get an opportunity to talk to them, I cuss their ass out. But and I'm telling y'all to be nice and be mindful. But the thing about it is, really, seriously, when we get up each day, always have on your mind that you're going to have a good day. You're not going to let anyone into your space, into your energy, and know that there is bad energy out there. Learn how to just pull through all of that. But I guess that's basically all I really have to offer, is to just allow yourself to have peace and don't let anyone in your space. And what I mean by
Yeah.
that, I'm not talking about don't let anyone around you. Bad energy, dead energy, negative energy, anything that is not good of you and not of a good spirit, don't deal with it. Just don't deal with it. Something I'm learning to do, walk away, pick and choose your battles on things that you do, but always try to stay positive. Always just keep your head up, and do what it is that makes you happy on a day-to-day basis. Because remember, it's not really 24 hours. We get 12 hours. We're sleeping 8, what, to 10 hours. Some of us 6 to 8 hours, regardless of what you're doing. You're laying up in the bed the other 4. So the thing about it is, know that tomorrow's not promised, and live today like it's no tomorrow, basically. And when you're blessed with it the next morning, give your praises, and then go on with your day again. And this is something we have to do repeatedly every day, because we're not promised to live forever. We're just promised once we wake up and we have uh, breath in our lungs. That's what we're promised. And when we're there, 5 minutes later, it can be taken away. So always remember that too. So I just want to
Right.
say I love you guys. Have a great night, great day tomorrow, for all of those who would be blessed to be woken up. And I hope I'm one of them.
Absolutely. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. The only thing I would add to that is when shit happens to you along your day, along your journey, don't take it personal. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean the
Yeah,
universe is trying to personally attack you. You know what I mean?
right,
Everything is balanced. Sometimes you up, sometimes you down.
right.
But yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, protect your energy, and
Yeah,
part of that is don't take it personal. You know what I mean? Keep moving, like
yeah,
it's part of the game, and keep it moving.
right. Exactly. We cannot take it personal. And you're absolutely right by saying that, because we're going to get tested. We're going to all be tested. So we just got to know how to, like I said, kind of adjust it, rearrange that, and, make it work for you. Make it all
Yeah.
work for you, basically. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
bet. Well, We will see y'all next week.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. Yes.
appreciate y'all for tuning in and whatnot.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, I'll talk to you before then.
Okay. Yes. I
All right.
appreciate everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope next week we have a little more followers, a little more listeners. And remember, always, I mean, don't hesitate to, talk to us, reach out to us. Like I said, you can always go on my pages or anything you have to say, just as well as Ron. And I think you guys already know I'm new to this. So I'm just trying to do what I can. So, and at the same time, it helps me as well. So we're giving each other therapy. So no, that's what it is.
Right.
Yeah. And thank you so much.
All right, bet. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Good night. Good night, everyone.